I'm a content making machine today. I'm churning out stuff and I still have to make dinner. So I'm presenting what I think is hands down the easiest way to make really delicious soup, oven roasted veggie soup. This recipe works for almost any vegetable soup you want to make. I am making a roasted squash, butternut squash, pumpkin soup, whatever you want to call it. When I was growing up, we used to go to my Nana's house and she used to make us pumpkin soup. And it's one of those dishes from your childhood that you just never forget and has sort of a special emotional place for you. So ever since I've been cooking for myself, I love making what I still call pumpkin soup, whether you're using butternut squash or pumpkin, whatever, it doesn't matter. The way she made it was how most people make veggie soup, in a pan on the stove. You know, you add things one by one, cook them, let them get cooked, add the next thing you need to add the broth, cook it, whiz it. I have no objection to making soup like that, but I've got kids, I'm busy, so I like to look for shortcuts, and also shortcuts that still make things taste delicious. Oven roasted vegetable soup. It is easy as anything. It's essentially a two-step process. Step one, you put everything you want in your soup, all the veggies, in a pan. I use my big cast iron skillet. You put everything in there. I've got all my butternut squash. Normally I'd use regular carrots, but I don't have any regular carrots. I only have baby carrots, so I'm using baby carrots. Who cares? I've got here half an onion left over from dinner last night, so that's going in. All of that straight in the pan. Whoop, stay in there. Man, we're going wild. I'm trying to be quick and I'm just being crazy. I shouldn't have chumped that on camera. I don't know what I was thinking. That kind of ruins it, doesn't it? So much for being quick. Everything you're using in a cast iron pan. You got your oven heated up to 450 Fahrenheit. I think we're talking about 320 C. I really need to get these conversions down. I've never baked much in Australia, so I'm good at ambient temperatures. The weather, I can smash it in Celsius. The oven, less so. All your veggies go in a pan. A little bit of oil over the top of that. Some salt. Bam. And whatever spices you want. For this right now, I'm going just fresh cracked pepper.
I think everyone at this table could use a lot of fresh pepper.
You know it. Bam. And then straight in the oven at 450. Now, if you're making a different veggie soup, same thing. I've got potatoes, squash, carrots, onion, some garlic in there. You want to do a potato and leek soup? Chop up your potatoes, chop up the cookable part of your leek, toss them in. Bit of garlic, salt, pepper. Mwah. Tomato soup. I like to use canned whole tomatoes. Pour the whole can, the canned tomatoes with some onion and garlic, salt, pepper, in your cast iron pan. In the oven at 450 for about 45 minutes. Whatever you're using, whatever spices you want. So let's say you're doing tomato soup, traditional tomato soup, just like I said, salt, pepper. I like to throw in a small handful of cashews to make it a bit creamy. But if you want to make tortilla soup, maybe you want to throw in a sliced up serrano pepper or a sliced up jalapeno. Let that roast with them. Put some paprika, maybe some dry chipotle chili pepper over the top, some cumin.
C-U-M-I-N.
That's cumin.
Whatever spices you want to cook with it, right? After 45 minutes with those spices on, whatever you're using, whatever flavors you want, you let it roast for 45 minutes. You're going to pull it out of the oven, scrape all those veggies into your blender, and use about 2 or 3 cups of water or broth to wash out the bottom of that pan. Get all the stuck on bits, all that flavor. Rinse it around in there, put that in the blender with your veggies. Blend it for a minute or two, depending how chunky you want it. Keep it on low, keep everything kind of a little bit grainy. I like that texture. Bump it up to high, get it real smooth. Put it in a pan to stay warm and you're good to go. You can just pour it straight from the blender jug and you got soup right then. So it's pretty much a one pan dish. If you're making it for later, you want to keep it warm on the stove, I guess that's 2 pans. If you pour it straight from the blender jug, it's a pan and a blender. But there you go. That's my oven roasted veggie soup. Any veggie, any night of the week. Super, super easy. And you get really delicious flavors out of it as well, because you get that sort of oven roasted taste out of it. So a tomato soup's going to have, you know, a bit of I think a richer flavor to it. The butternut squash there will get a little bit caramelized from that heat in the oven. whatever you're making. I think, honestly, oven roasted soups are in so many ways better than doing it the other way in a pan on the stove. And they're just so easy. You let it go for 45 minutes, don't have to worry about it. You can even turn your oven off after about half an hour. Leave it for the rest of the day. Put it on in the morning, let it go for about half an hour, turn the oven off, leave the house, come back in the afternoon, the evening. You've got a pan in the oven of veggies ready to put in the blender, hot water in there to get it nice and hot, blend it up, soup's on, dinner's on, you're good to go.